Hi, welcome to another episode of Witticism. I'm Mary.
And I'm Soren. Here's what's happened this week in world news.
2 zebras escaped from the Universal Circus in West Philadelphia and led cops on a wild goose chase through the city streets, to the amusement of many. Of course, many animal rights activists were not happy, and one protester said, "Oh, it's not funny at all." No, my dear, it is funny. I admire your compassion. I truly am glad no harm befell these animals. But there's well-meant concern, and then there's denial. The only ones who have the right not to find this funny are the 2 zebras, seeing as their plans to escape the wild didn't work out nearly as well as it did for Chris Rock and Ben Stiller. Meanwhile, the caretaker has decided to stop watching Madagascar on his phone while feeding the animals. He really doesn't need the circus penguins to start getting any ideas.
A 61-year-old man that was hit in the head by an automatic sliding door on a cruise ship back in 2011 was awarded $21.5 million. A public apology to the cruise line would have sufficed, but instead the man is now set for the remainder of his life. Anyone that can afford a 10-day cruise around the world is probably not deserving of $21.5 million, especially when their life is going to expire in the next decade.
Veronica Castillo of Oregon is working to get an attorney after she hit the $8 million jackpot, only to have the casino deny it as a machine malfunction and attempt to appease her with $80 instead. While Castillo feels cheated, the CEO of the casino insists that this has never happened before, and that he's working to get some answers from the manufacturer, and that he hopes to keep Castillo as a customer. Dude, you realize she's suing you, right? You can't honestly give someone a consolation prize of just $80 and expect them not to be insulted by it. You're not keeping this customer unless you make her happy and give her what she wants. And if you can't give her what she wants, then you shouldn't even have the option of $8 million on your machines. Filing a lawsuit is really the least amount of damage a disappointed casino customer could do.
The Oxford Dictionary recently named the word of the year, however, it's not a word. It's the laughing, crying face emoji. Our generation's speaking skills have gotten so diminished that the word of the year isn't even a word. Some other contestants considered were swag, lit, fleek, and bae.
Governor Scott Walker is now facing a $1 million debt for his presidential campaign and is asking the good people of the U.S. to help him pay it back by making donations. As things change dramatically in the presidential race, we incurred a campaign debt, and it is my hope that you and all of our supporters will chip in, he stated. To which I say, well, Mr. Governor, as things change drastically in the human race, America acquired a lot of debt, and the majority are struggling to afford paying their electric bills, much less campaign ads. So I hope most of the debt comes out of your state governor's paycheck, because you probably won't get much support. If this was how you were planning to run the country, then you really shouldn't be surprised you lost. Although I'm willing to bet it's more likely due to the fact that pretty much all the candidates except Trump have been forgotten.
Department store Bloomingdale's is in trouble for promoting date rape in their Christmas catalog, with an ad that shows a woman laughing and a man looking at her with the words, "Spike your best friend's eggnog when they're not looking." I don't know what's worse, the fact that their ad went through an entire company and no one saw an issue with it, or the fact that you guys apparently have Bill Cosby writing your ads.
The St. George Primary School in Holborn is receiving parental backlash after deciding that their school was simply not posh enough, and has instilled a new rule saying that students must walk through the corridors doing what's known as the university walk with their hands clasped behind their backs. The school board says it instills good behavior, but parents have stated it being a little dictatorial. Personally, I don't think I would have enjoyed it, but I might have agreed if I was hoping to raise my kid to be a brooding English professor and wanted them to get a head start on walking through the halls, silently contemplating the controversies of life before enjoying a cup of hot tea, no lemon, in their lavishly posh office. Indeed, indeed. But do the ends justify the means?
On Wednesday, people in Oregon will be able to legally buy and consume pot. Oregon started issuing medical marijuana cards in March of 2014, and as of today, there are now more pot dispensaries in the state of Oregon than there are McDonald's and Starbucks, which is ironic since McDonald's and pot dispensaries seem to go hand in hand.
Waffle House, or as I like to call it, Waffle Hairs, wowed CNN food critic and world traveler Anthony Bourdain. In the beginning of the feature, the famous chef Sean Brock offered high praise to the chain restaurant, calling it a yellow beacon of hope for the seriously hammered. Bourdain was then advised by Chef Brock to indulge in Obviously a waffle, but not just any waffle, a pecan waffle, which they smothered in butter and syrup. Bourdain was so thrilled with what he had just ingested, he exclaimed, "That's good." I don't think we should credit him as a food critic anymore. His past meals consisted of fragmented shark, maggot fried rice, and raw seal eyes. No wonder he thinks Waffle House was created to feed the gods, because he usually eats roadkill off the side of the road, so Waffle House is probably a delicacy to him.
28-year-old man in Japan has recently been arrested for hiding out in a drain and taking pictures of women's skirts as they pass by. This is his second arrest for the same crime. Hey buddy, let me inform you of a little thing called the internet where you can find as many nude pictures as you want without being arrested. That's what happened this week. Now let's see what's going on in Hollywood. I'm Soren.
And I'm Mary.
You stay Gucci, Indiana.
Well, I grew up, loved drawing, making movies and painting. Ever since I was 9 years old, I wanted to be a comedian.
Thought I had it all figured out.
I always did really great in school, got really good grades. I was involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
And,
I thought that I had it all figured out.
you know, I always thought I'd make something of myself. And then I decided to drink and drive.
Next thing I know, I was off-road going down a hill. And I'm dead.
I thought I had everything planned out.
I thought I had it all planned out. I never thought that one decision would end my life.
And then I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
I thought I had it all figured out. Until I decided to drink and drive.
Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thanks, guys. I'm Vicky.
I'm classic. Ah, fuck.
That was great. We should have just kept that.
I'm Sam.
All right, here we go. We're good.
Wait, I need to breathe.
We should just switch up. Be like,
Jim, I just needed to get out of the way first. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, I need to get myself together.
starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thanks, guys. I'm Vicky.
I'm Sam.
I'm Classic.
And I'm Shauna, and here's what's happening in Hollywood this week.
Lindsay Lohan may be putting her presidential dreams on hold for a while as she plans a career comeback. For the former Ratchet announced via Instagram on Monday that she's working on a new film titled The Shadow Within. This will be the star's first film in 2 years. However, not much is known about the film because it's still in the early stages of development. Let's just hope she doesn't exhibit spoiled child behavior again. You know, her usual. Driving under the influence, possession of cocaine, driving on a suspended license, fluffing lines, going to jail for 10 days, failed to go to her alcohol education program, DUI again, breaking parole, cocaine abuse again, violation of probation, going to jail for 90 days, fails another drug test, running off to rehab, fails to perform her community service again. The list goes on, but honestly, I think we get the point. Lindsay, don't F this up. We want to see your darling 80-year-old face show up on television again. So do you guys think she's actually going to make a comeback, or do you think she's going to screw it up again?
I think she has potential to want to make it big again because in her obvious movies like Mean Girls or Life Size with Tyra Banks, she did really good, and I think she took 2 years off and needs to make better movies and come back to it.
No, I agree with that. I mean, honestly, I hope she does do, like, more movies and hope she doesn't, like, you know how she went to, like, Broadway or whatever and, like, mess up her lines and, like, she was just a mess. Like, I think she had enough time to get her stuff together and, you know, if she can make a comeback, hopefully Amanda Bynes will make a comeback.
No, go ahead.
I think Lindsay actually wants to come back. Like, she seems like she's ready for it now. Like, back then she was, you know, messing around. But, you know, starring with Charlie Sheen, that's something. Yeah. I'm not next to Charlie Sheen, so.
So I think she needs to get out of here. Lindsay, go home. I don't want you. I don't want you here. You're too messed up. I don't care for you anymore. All right, you lost it. Go to rehab. Oh wait, you'll bail again. Sorry, but don't come back. Thank you. Gosh, I just don't like her. The Dixie Chicks are going on tour for the first time in 10 years. The group was incredibly successful during the 90s and early 2000s until they went on a political rant shortly after 9/11, where many fans called for a boycott. Their last album was released in 2006, where it won Album of the Year and also got a Grammy for Song and Record of the Year. The tour will begin next summer and end in the fall and go to over 40 cities across the country. So, are you guys excited for the new Dixie Chicks tour, or do you think they aren't as popular and the group should stay in retirement?
Stay in retirement.
Yeah, stay in retirement.
They had their prime.
They're
I think
over.
It's just overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're old.
I don't know. They're probably in like their 40s, 50s.
Yeah,
close to that.
they have to be by now.
Yeah.
Dixie Chicks, come on out. Come on. Unlike all these losers here. Come on out. I love you guys. Your cover of Landslide, right?
Right? That was the only one I said was good.
You guys got to admit, that's a good song. Come back out. We'd love to hear from you more. I would love to hear from you
Sam
more.
would. I wouldn't.
Keep coming.
Don't
Keep
keep. No.
turning along, all right? Dixie
Nope.
Chicks?
Cut it off.
Yeah. I love them. I love them a lot.
So, Radar Online recently published a celebrity blind item about a hard-partying A-list actor that was found to be HIV positive. Since then, it has come out that this is none other than Charlie Sheen. It's being reported that it was common knowledge and even was mentioned in the Sony hacks, but it's still a shock to many. So far, what we know is Charlie has known for a while and is doing actually pretty good with the virus and is going undetected in his blood. That does not mean he is cured of the virus, just that the medication makes his virus have a very low infection rate. As of now, Charlie is not saying he has contracted the disease, but he has had many tattoos done in unsanitary places, drug issues, and many drug-fueled orgies. So he is unsure how he contracted the disease. However, with the medication, he is going to be able to live a happy and healthy life. It should also be said that scientists believe that a cure for AIDS is very, very close. So what do you guys think of the news? Were you guys shocked about it, or did you think that this was something coming?
It was coming.
Yeah.
It was coming. It was so like you could see this coming from a mile away. Like I don't know how far ahead in the future you could see this coming, but it was definitely coming.
It's just like okay, HIV is so scary, and that he goes on drug benders, like huge drug benders, and he has orgies, and it was said I don't know where I read this, but it was 5,000 women that he had sexual things with. Yeah, and that's just be safe. Don't be dumb. Use a condom. I understand that you have drug issues, but I don't know. It's just so easy to not get such a deathly.
Could you see it coming?
Yeah, obviously.
You see it
He's
coming?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's just it's so sad.
I think I understand you're a celebrity. I understand everyone's gonna find it out, but deny it. No one cares. I'm sorry. This sounds awful, but no one cares about that private life. We see you doing all that. We don't care what you have. It's personal. Keep it to yourself. If you were paying many of people to keep it a secret, why did you trust a doctor with that information in the first place?
Right, but not only that, Denise Richards, she knew he had it, and so she was quiet about it, and then he was just with that porn star, and she came at him, and she was you didn't tell me, and she could have ended up with it. It's dangerous. That's very scary, and that's just it's so serious. It makes me so sick.
Yeah, it's keep it to yourself. Sorry, but
yeah, that's true. Very true. I don't know. Hopefully he can overcome it and still work in the business, because I enjoyed seeing Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I like him as a person.
Yeah.
Not as a person, but as an actor.
as an actor, yes.
Not as a person. Let me clear that.
Yeah, as an actor.
Yeah.
As an actor, but I could definitely see this coming.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sad.
Well, it's officially been the best week ever, guys, because One Direction and Justin Bieber have both released albums this week. Both albums are at the top of the charts and have been doing very well. One Direction's album, Made in the AM, is just behind Bieber's Purpose on iTunes. It's just a shame that Justin had to bribe people to get them to buy his album so he could be ahead of 1D. Personally, that wasn't me. I had his album on pre-order and I got it right away. But did you guys hear about the albums yet? Did you listen to any songs on them?
Of course.
Of course.
It's Justin Bieber.
I listened to one song, and then I listened to some of the One Direction songs, after Zayn. Rest in peace, right? No, who cares about it? I heard that Zayn said that he'll never Like if he goes on a date with a girl, he's not going to play like any One Direction songs because he hated the songs that he made with them.
Really?
So yeah, like he came out and said that. So, but I like the One Direction stuff isn't that bad. It's not horrible. Some of the Justin Bieber stuff isn't bad either. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's all good, and I hope this can turn Bieber's life around a little bit because he's a nasty kid.
He was just on the Today Show yesterday, and he looked really good. But then what's bugging me is he wears like this shirt, like
the long thing,
in this long, like 8-foot long shirt. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's because he's letting Kanye dress him.
Yeah.
Like 6 Calvin Klein. Let him do it.
Yeah.
You know? It's so annoying.
So very annoying.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is currently in a lawsuit with ex-boyfriend Safari Samuels. Safari is claimed to have huge influence on Minaj's 3 popular albums, The Pink Print, Pink Friday, and Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, and thinks he deserves compensation for it. Well, thank God someone else is taking responsibility for her song because it's just another person we can blame this horrible pop industry on. You know? What do you guys think? You know, I think our producer, Jim Walters, really loves it, but I think he's dumb and he doesn't like that. He shouldn't like that stuff because this pop sucks. What do you guys think?
I mean, I am a Barb. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm a Barb. I love Nicki, and that's just my opinion. So there's that.
Music's okay, you know. Not a fan fave, but
Not a fan fave.
I love her. She just has like so many different personalities. I just want to like get in there and like be ghetto and like.
I liked Anaconda.
Anaconda was good
for the video.
Yeah.
I like Super Bass for the video. My hands are really sweaty, but you know. That's how nervous I'm getting, you know? She looks good, but her music sucks. Gosh, I don't know why Jim likes them. So producer Jim Walters just loves them so much, loves Nicki, and he wants to get compensated
Nicki
for
for president!
So that's what I have to say about that.
Well, that's all the time we have today. I'm Vicky.
I'm Sam.
I'm Classic.
I'm Shauna, and here's Mary with your weekly advice.
Well, I grew up, loved drawing, making movies and painting. Ever since I was 9 years old, I wanted to be a comedian.
Thought I had it all figured out.
I always did really great in school, got really good grades. I was involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
And,
I thought that I had it all figured out.
you know, I always thought I'd make something of myself. And then I decided to drink and drive.
Next thing I know, I was off-road going down a hill. And I'm dead. I thought I had everything planned out.
I thought I had it all planned out. I never thought that one decision would end my life.
And then I decided to drink and drive. Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
I thought I had it all figured out. Until I decided to drink and drive.
Thanks guys, I'm Mary, and I got a ton of letters this week, so let's see who's begging for my advice. Dear Mary, I've been best friends with my neighbor John since we were like 11, and I'm starting to realize that I might actually be in love with him. I always thought we were better off as friends when he tried to make a move throughout the years, but lately every time I'm around him I get butterflies and want to throw up, but like, in a good way, you know? He's been talking to this girl for a couple months now, so if I tell him I like him, I need to do it now. I just don't know how, when, or if I should even do it. Do you think if I tell him it'll ruin our friendship? Or do you think that if I don't tell him, I'll never get the chance and I'll regret it? Please, I need help on what I should do. Thanks, Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte, it seems to me that in this particular situation, you don't actually love John at all. You're just jealous that he isn't in love with you anymore. You've denied him all these years when he was chasing after you, trying to break through the friend zone, and now all of a sudden, since he's talking to someone else, you want to be with him? That's the problem with you girls. You have something so perfect right in front of your face, and then when they finally move on and want to find someone else, you have to go and sabotage it. What makes him so appealing now? The fact that you can't have him and he wants someone else? Do yourself and him a favor and let him move on to a girl that will actually appreciate him all of the time and not just at a time that's convenient for you. Dear Mary, my name is Luke, but everyone from my hometown knows me as DJ Ilu. I'm an aspiring rapper. I've been making beats and raps for forever now, and it just seriously comes so naturally to me. I've been told by my friends, family, and mentors that I'm really going somewhere. I dropped out of school last semester so I can further my career in being a rap artist, but I'm not sure how to further promote myself. I've already made a SoundCloud and I have 150 followers, but what else can I do so I can become a famous rap star like Mac and Logic? Thanks, Luke. Luke, or should I say DJ Illu, congratulations on dropping out of college. The one thing that will ensure your future. To become a rapper. The one thing you're probably destined to fail at. But whatever, I mean, screw education, you definitely made the right choice. I'm sure your friends, family, and mentors are really proud of you. To further your promising career in being a legendary rapper, I would suggest that you burn your music onto CDs, stand outside a local nightclub or bar, and then throw them into a trash can and torch them with gasoline and a match, because that is the only way your mixtape will be fire. Then after that, register for community college and get a real education. Or a job, or a different hobby. Just don't rap. Dear Mary, my roommate is such a slob. She is always leaving her dirty, crusty, disgusting dishes in the sink or on top of the stove for several days straight, and I'm always the one who has to clean them. She never rinses them out either, so by the time I clean them, the food is crusted to the plate. And on top of that, she blatantly eats my food and leaves the wrappers stuffed inside the couch or on the floor. Or she wastes my food and lets it sit in the living room table for days straight. I'm so tired of her expecting me to clean up after her. I've asked her plenty of times to please clean up, but I think she does this just to spite me. She's not a bad person, she's just a horrendous roommate. What do you think I should do? Thanks, Lexi. Hey Lexi, normally in a situation like this, I would suggest getting back at her by giving her a taste of her own medicine. See, normally I would tell you to just leave your dishes out and food all over the place so she can see how frustrating it is. But I say skip that step. She seems so careless that she wouldn't even notice that tactic. Instead, you should take the dishes and excess food that she leaves out and hide them under her bed. If she doesn't care that the kitchen and living room is a disaster, then maybe she'll finally start caring when her room smells like stale milk and runny dumps. Good luck, Lexi. Well, that's all for our show this week. Keep sending me your emails and don't forget to tune in next week.
Well, I grew up, loved drawing, making movies and painting. Ever since I was 9 years old, I wanted to be a comedian.
Thought I had it all figured out.
I always did really great in school, got really good grades. I was involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
And,
I thought that I had it all figured out.
you know, I always thought I'd make something of myself. And then I decided to drink and drive.
Next thing I know, I was off-road going down a hill. And I'm dead.
I thought I had everything planned out.
I thought I had it all planned out. I never thought that one decision would end my life.
And then I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
I thought I had it all figured out. Until I decided to drink and drive.
Hey everyone, I'm Mary.
And I'm Vicky.
And today we'll be making a fall treat that is so sweet it'll give you cavities. For anyone interested in making amends with an arch nemesis, garbage coworker, or nightmare of stepmom, we have the perfect recipe for you. We'll be making caramel apples that really pack a sugary punch.
The ingredients you'll need for this festive treat are as follows. You need Italian Roma apples. You need some caramel, which we already have melted. Some wooden sticks. We're kind of dumb and got the long ones, so you're probably gonna want shorter ones. And then a topping. In this case, we chose nuts.
Before we get to cooking, we're gonna put on some safety gear because just to ensure that we won't get any schmutz on our clothes. So
Good call.
Unfortunately, we don't have aprons, but we do have trash bags and they work just as good. Okay, so we have officially put on our makeshift aprons. These are gonna work out perfectly. But the next step that we'll have to do is to make sure that we have our safety goggles on. We don't want anything getting in our eyes anywhere. So we're gonna put these on and we are ready to get started.
Oh yeah.
We're good.
All right. So, first you're gonna start off with an Italiano Roma apple. You're gonna take one out. We need a jumbo stick.
I'll get you the jumbo sticks.
And then we're gonna jab the sucker right in its little
hole. We're gonna put the stick in the hole, and just don't be afraid to really just grind that in there, you know, really nice and deep in there. Okay.
And once it's in there, you're gonna take your heated melted caramel. Oh my God, that's so hot.
And you're gonna stick your apple into the caramel, and just really just get it in.
You can use
and
a spoon
Vicky, while I'm getting this in there, why don't you put the nuts in the bowl?
You know what? That's a good thing because I think I'm messing that up.
Yeah. So it's a little loose. It's coming out a little bit. So you just want to kind of use your fingers to get the caramel up. But as soon as you get the caramel, then you're gonna dip it immediately
And
into
roll it. It's all about the technique.
You just dip it in there. Nice and deep.
Oh yeah.
Really
let's set it right on here.
Okay.
Let's do another one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Here's another one. This one's looking groovy. Stab it in its little
Again, just stab it in its little, it looks kind of like a butthole, so just stab it in the butthole area. And then just
once again,
really goop it on there.
I'm gonna try and do that. Yeah.
It's really thick. You want to make sure that your caramel is just like right immediately after you heat this up. You want to stick these babies in there because they get hard really fast.
Super fast.
So you just want to
really get in there.
And then again, glob it.
Oh yeah, so nutty.
Here we go.
Oh
just
yeah.
Really in there. Oh, and it came out, but
Which
that's
is fine.
fine.
It
It's
happens a
hanging
lot.
on by a stick. So then
Oh yeah.
you're just gonna set it in there, and basically, I mean, we can keep going, but you got the picture.
Yeah.
And
so you know, let's have somebody come down here and try one. Anybody? Sam?
Anybody? We're actually gonna have our friend Sam. He is an unbiased taste tester. He is going to take a nice little big bite into our caramel apples.
And tell us what you think. Unbiasedly.
Hey Sam, how are you doing?
Nice to have you on the show.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay, well, here you go. I mean, we can do cheers together. I'll taste with you. There you go.
How's that apple?
Really good.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm gonna make one for myself.
Yeah, it's lit, Nikki. It's really good.
Let's do this.
It's really good.
You know what? That's a really juicy apple.
It's very juicy. I was not expecting it to be this juicy.
And then you can take it like a corn on the cob and just really.
Really gnaw into it.
I hope no one here is allergic to nuts.
Oh yeah, that would be bad.
So there you have it, folks. You can give this to your coworker, your friend,
Your boyfriend,
your
your girlfriend.
you're a hobo on the street. I'm sure a hobo on the
This
street
isn't
would
working,
love this
but-
treat.
Oh, hobos would really love it.
Um,
But anyway, your finished product is really gonna look like this. Oh yeah.
and there you have it.
That's how you make a caramel apple.
Thanks, everyone.